Yo,
Yo,
what
hold on.
happened? Huh?
I'm trying to. Hold on. I'm about to.
I just sent you another one.
Um, yeah.
And then and then
Back together, my boy.
and then I'm streaming too. Hold on. Who you just
I
added?
gotta watch it.
Oh, CJ, what up?
What's up? What's up?
Chillin'. How you like college football? I know you haven't been the
Bro,
biggest fan.
I've been playing. I've been playing Road to Glory, but I ain't played no on my play.
Mm.
I told him don't do it yet. I told him to work on it. Road to Glory, but I ain't played no on my play. I told him
I dropped the link. I'm streaming it.
I was on one the whole time. Oh, that's accepted.
You accepted yet? Oh, there you go. All right. Hey, CJ, you at the crib?
Yeah.
Hey, just I'm gonna start a party. Just join the party. You can hear me and Cliff.
Oh, my son about to grab the PS5, but he got to play Roblox.
Roblox.
You guys can play the PS5 all day. I was like, alright, thanks after you eat. Yeah, 8, like, eat the game and be like, you see, look at the PS5. More in this house.
Yeah, you need another one, bro.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, I'm streaming it. I put it in that new league. Bet.
I like this shit. I'm gonna stream it.
No, I think that's the reason why the game ended.
Oh, I see it.
Mm-hmm.
You streaming Feefo? What about you?
Huh? I'm streaming. All right. I'll talk to you through the controller, Cliff. All right, CJ, holla.
Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. This is not your run-of-the-mill regular season game. Instead, it is a hot pen clash. One team hoping to make a giant statement. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, catching up with the Rebels head coach, he understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters, but he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll take the return and try to improve. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. A rather
Cliff.
start, but a golden opportunity after the turnover.
Where you at, Cliff?
You know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Trying to run, it's Williams. There's a crease. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he's in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. They'll go right back to him. Could be an alley. Picks up the first down. The 40. The 30. Past the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Motion from the wideout. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Right down the middle. Finds the big tight end. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to run for it. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Here's Carr to throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Wants to throw on first down. He's got it on the move. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running inside, it's Williams. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He might want another play. Right back to the well. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And he's in for a second touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down here. He knows how to get in the end zone, and I love when you can run the football as you get close to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run inside. It's Lacey. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Bounced off his feet.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out of the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Trying to get it to the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead as we get a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Right on the money. Breaks into the open. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense very lucky to get that football
back to pass. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang-bang type play. It's got to happen fast. Good throw. Receiver just couldn't come up with the catch.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking for space. It's Lacey. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the 1st down marker. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Play action, Carr. Looking down the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Quarterback making checks. Carr, under fire, and it's a sack.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Carr. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
What is the confidence level right now of this offensive play caller and this quarterback after being sacked 3 times in a row? They simply cannot block these guys up front on defense.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the right. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And you think the defense is dialed into this guy? Like, he's already had such a great start to the football game, and you know they're using him. Great job by this defense. Great adjustment.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires one high and deep. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Throwing, Carr. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's exactly the response you want now from your defense. Your offense just turns the football over, puts you in a really bad spot. Great job being ready on first down. Playing the pass, now forcing a 2nd down. You want to force the field goal here. Obviously the bad field position, but the defense responds on first down.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Wide receiver comes in motion. Snags it, and there's got some room headed to the goal line. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. In front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Gonna run it. It's Lacey. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, But after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Finding open areas. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. They want to run it left here. They make the stop. It'll be fourth down. The defense does have a timeout to use if they want to try to put up points before the half. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pick off! What a play by this defense! Touchdown, Notre Dame! How about this defense taking one back to the house? What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Running inside. It's Lacey. Just burrowed right into the middle, and this clock keeps running here late in the second quarter. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to the ground with the running back. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio.
Number 17, set to kick this low.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
The quick out. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Fourth down, Carr. Zings it complete to the right. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's Carr to throw. Williams got it. On the move at the 30. It's a seam wide open. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Run in the red zone, it's Williams. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
In that second down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. So you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
Just going to keep it after the snap. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Great job on the safety there. And how about the D tackle just collapsing the pocket? There was nowhere for the quarterback to step up in.
stadium. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Hey guys, checking in pregame with the Miami head coach. He understands the SEC is a line of scrimmage league. That's why he is really trying to prove that the ACC can battle with them in the trenches. He said this will be a huge matchup to test his team, and he'll have to be very good on the play calls. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Throwing, Mensah. Got a man, it's Jacobs. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First down for this offense. Wants to throw it again. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Fletcher. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Motion from the back. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Finds the tight end. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Well, one of the reasons why it's hard to run against this defense is because of that guy right there. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, and he's got tremendous explosiveness, quicks. He's strong at the point of attack. He can shed blocks, and he completely ate that last run up.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. 3rd down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that 1st down.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Fletcher. Runs through, man. He might have some space. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Mensah to throw. Here comes the heat. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job by the defense. And what did they do? They doubled him. Palmer, you got a #1 receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? But a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you just got to give that one to the defense and say, good call. You doubled my best receiver. I got to go somewhere else with the football.
And he cruises
doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Oh, what a cut! They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. First down, right back to Brown.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Give to Brown. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Arch Madness. Trying to burn this defensive back. Got it inside the 10. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Smothers. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Longhorns! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll run this play from the pistol. Mensah throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Oh, he had it, and he dropped it almost knows one of those big plays he's known for, it'll be third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Miami!
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. Brown running left.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. 4th down, Manning. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Finds his big tight end. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the returner will be brought down. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Arch is going to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Smothers. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead. Right.
Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate, that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
It'll be 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force in.
But guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
So now it's 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Throwing Mensa. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Tight end getting vertical. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Mensa to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Right on target this time. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Darian Mensa from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Canes! Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Arch to throw. Oh, they're after him. He's got it on the outside. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. The Longhorns stopped the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. back to throw, time running short in the half. He's not afraid to go deep. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
3rd down from the gun, Manning. And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half. The Hurricanes will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Rushes on him. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
All right, for this offensive line now, you've got to gear up. You've got to really start to hone in, understand that if you don't start playing better and you don't start giving this quarterback time, trailing in the second half, needing to throw, you're not going to have a chance to win.
Hit as he throws. On target over the middle. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Throws for the tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Townsend. Touchdown, Texas. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And I know you're down. I think it's always hard of when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the 3rd quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
Takes a handoff. It's Fletcher. Turning it on. The tag. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Miami.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense option. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just, we've got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be...
And Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that's just pure speed off the line of scrimmage. That offensive tackle had no shot. Barely even got a hand on that D-end as he came around the outside.
The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's Manning to throw. Looking to take a shot. Makes the grab down the left side. Takes it all the way inside the 30, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 29.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. The defense, they better check themselves.
They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Manning. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before. Autzen Stadium in Eugene. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Oregon Ducks. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Ducks ready to kick it away first. Coming out with it, it's Lyle. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and this crowd getting even more juice.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup because this environment is hostile.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Finds his big tight end.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Got a little grass. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack. And their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another...
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Oregon.
And after that touchdown, you can barely hear yourself think. Autzen Stadium, one of the most special places in all of college football and easily one of the loudest stadiums, is now going off. We've all called games here before. We love coming to Eugene. This place is magic. It's because of these fans.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Mensa. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the Canes want to crank the tempo, making side adjustments here. Darian Mensa from the gun on third down. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Here's Darian Mensa to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Finds a little space. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they handed off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. We really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard.
Maybe it's got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ducks! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lyle. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. They'll start on the ground and ground. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Throwing, Mensah. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. Working the middle. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
Got his man on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks free, and he might be gone. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that. But thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself. Snags it, and he's open. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And he takes this from inside the 5. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Dante Moore buying some time. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. On the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll start this drive from the 42. Here's Mensah to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lofton. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Gets it to him on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Mensah finds his back in the middle. Open space in the 25. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Hurricanes will call their third timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Gets the back moving. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got it behind the line. It's Fletcher. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Let's it fly. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to...
He's loose down the left side. The 50. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he scores! Touchdown, Ducks! You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. One more snap coming before halftime. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. With the catch, it's Lofton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Canes will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hill. And didn't find much room at all as he'll go out of bounds at the 12. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money.
Maybe some room here. Oh, he got loose. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Ducks have their offense in high gear. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
More to throw for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Crosses the 45. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Throwing, Mensah. Complete to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second.
Might have a chance. Good, solid pick up there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. To the air on first down. A little screen to the running back. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. And here they come, almost all the way back. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And here's the return. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, so a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Running inside, it's Davison. Got enough for the first. Slips one guy, now he's loose. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Oregon! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know...
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown.
27, Miami, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Final play of the quarter coming. Might be changing the route. Here's Mensah to throw. Looking for a deep man. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Motion from the wideout. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
The run inside. It's Davison. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
In the gun on third down, Moore. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Ducks will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Punt is in the air. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And it now feels like game over after coughing up the fumble. They were down. They needed something big to happen. They had to score touchdowns, but give this defense credit. They just finish. They're playing to the end of the game.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. He scores for the 5th time in this game. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And the Hurricanes will hustle to the line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open. Who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Mensah fires left. Hauls it in. And the Canes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw again. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Connection to the right. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Quickly complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit.
Touchdown, Miami! Fitted in the window for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Ducks. Special teams coming through the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Coming out with it, it's Lyle. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Throwing, Mensah. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Quarterback will keep it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Timeout call by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late. Up,
going for it all. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today. And I know, talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.